Hey guys, what's going on? So, I'm here to explain what's been going on with me and to tell you guys why I haven't been recording and posting videos on my YouTube channel. And even though I do have things planned for for upcoming videos and for upcoming videos for my YouTube channel. I haven't recorded them yet, but I do have them planned. I haven't been able to record them yet, but there has been reasons why I haven't been able to do that, and this video will explain everything. So stay tuned. So it all started with an earache. So I woke up with a really cloggy, really annoying ears. So I couldn't really hear very well. Um my ears were pounding. It was bad. So I went to urgent care to get them checked out. Um and we found out that I got water stuck in my left ear, though I don't know how I got water stuck in my left ear when I haven't gone swimming yet. I thought it was just the pills that were giving me the headaches. So I just kept taking them. So, anyway, so after I was done with the pills, the headaches kept going. So pretty much, I've had a headache. Like the headaches kept going and kept going, and then the headaches kept getting worse, and then my stomach started to get upset. So then I went back to urgent care a week later. But it wasn't for my ears this time. Though my ears were still kind of cloggy, but they weren't bothering me as much. Because I know that usually it takes like 1 or 2 weeks for your ears to heal, especially when you have water in them. So I was going to urgent care mostly for my stomach and my head. So, because I was supposed to leave, I think it was that day for the lake to go on vacation, the lake. So I go into urgent care. So I call in sick because I felt really nauseous and it was really bad. So I go in there and they try to like give me into an IV to get in some blood to make sure nothing else is going on, which is fine. Something you should know is that they always have a hard time finding a vein for me because my veins are always so small. They got an IV in, so they brought someone in and they finally got an IV in. They gave me some medicine for, I guess it's like a liquid for my headache. And then I think they gave me a shot, I think, for my nauseousness, I think. Or something like, I don't remember specifically what they did, but they gave me something for my nauseousness, and then they gave me a liquid for my headache. But let's just say the medicine that they gave me, that urgent care gave me, did not help at all. If anything, it actually made it worse. So I actually started getting migraines actually from that. So I didn't get migraines until I actually was up at the lake. So the only time I actually felt okay was when I was on the motorboat. I'm not sure how that works, but maybe that had something to do with the tension. I have tension, which my mom and I again found out later. But yeah, it was really weird. But anyway, because the only time I was actually okay was on the motorboat. Because because I didn't have any headache. I felt fine when we were on the boat, which was weird. Um, but anyway, so then I was I was having this like migraine, starting to get really really bad migraines. Um, I started to get really nauseous. I actually did like throw up. Um, and then it was really bad. So then my dad ended up taking me to, I guess, the lake's urgent version of urgent care. Um, and then they actually sent us to their hospital's ER for some testing to make sure that like nothing's going on and like all that stuff. So um and they managed to get blood taken out of me for me. So after they got all the testing done, and the only testing that they did was the blood test, um, and everything was normal, by their standards. Um, the only thing that was not normal was the white blood cells. At the time, it makes sense now, which I'll tell you why in a little bit when I get to it. And you'll see why in a little bit. But at the time, we were really confused because the only thing that was abnormal was the white blood cells, because the white blood cells were high, and usually only the white blood cells, if and correct me if I'm wrong, but white blood cells are only high when they're fighting an infection. And we didn't know at the time what the white blood cells were fighting. And so at the time, it makes sense now, but um anyway, yeah. So then they gave me a migraine cocktail. So the next day, I was in pain, but I was in pain, but I wasn't in too much pain, if that makes sense. So the next day after that, I was in so much pain. I was very nauseous. My dad actually had to take me to the ER again, but this time we went to the one here at my hometown, um, the ER here, and it was it was actually warmer. Like the room was warmer than the one at the lake. Um, but they pretty much gave me the same thing. Um, I think did they? Yeah, they did. So they gave me a CAT scan. So they had me go do a CAT scan to make sure that there's no bleeding in inside my brain. Um, there was no bleeding inside the brain. Everything was normal. They pretty much said the same thing that other hospital did, except they diagnosed me with migraines, and they also found out that I had pneumonia in the top of my lungs, which makes my high blood my high white blood cells make sense. Like of as in other words, it makes sense that my white blood cells were high. Which at the time before that, when we found out about the high white blood cells, it was confusing, but now it's not because of the pneumonia. If that makes sense. I don't know if I'm rambling or not. Anyway, so they gave us medicine for that. They also gave me the same thing that the Lake ER people did, which is the migraine cocktail. You kind of see a trend here with the treatments. Yeah, and let me tell you something about the migraine cocktail. The migraine cocktail, at least in my experience, I'm not really gonna, like, if you guys ever had a migraine cocktail, I'm not really gonna say for this about your experience because I don't know what your guys' experiences were. But with my experience, the migraine cocktail made me feel dazed, and I didn't like that. They said they recommend me seeing a nurse practitioner, I think, which we did see her. Um, and then pretty much that was the end of that ER visit. So a week later, I was finally able to see the nurse practitioner. I mean, that's when we were scheduled, but that's when we saw the nurse practitioner. So she did the checkup and she confirmed that what I had was some kind of migraine. The time comes when I have to go to the eye doctor. Like it's time to go to the eye doctor. And there is a reason why I am bringing up the eye doctor. So originally I had my eye appointment scheduled a week before the eye appointment that I went to, but because of the floater, we were concerned, and I was actually kind of concerned about it as well because I've never had a floater before. We went. My mom worked her magic, and she man and the eye doctor fit us in. So we went into the eye doctor, and she looked at my eye, and she found out that behind my cornea is a nerve, and she found out that it was very swollen. And because it was very swollen, it's pushing the brain, and that's what's causing my migraines. There's a certain word for it. I don't remember the certain word that they used, but that's what's causing my migraines, and that's what's causing my headaches slash migraines, because those are the same things. And so, um, and so that's pretty much what the cause of my headaches were, and we wouldn't have found that out if it wasn't for the floaters, like the floater, because I have one floater. Because I don't know if I have a floater on my right eye or not, because like I said, I only have one good eye, so I only see one floater, and that's on my left eye. Fun fact, I only can see in one eye. Anyway, so that's what's really causing my headaches, is the nerve behind my cornea is very swollen, and it's pushing my, I guess because it's swollen, it's pushing my brain, and it's causing my headaches. Okay, so now that we found out about the eye, and my mom scheduled the MRI. It actually turned out that we had to do the MRI that not the day that we did the eye appointment, but the day that she scheduled it. So, which is also why, so I don't know if I don't remember if I said this earlier in the video, but the reason why we were trying to do this as quickly as possible and get this eye treated as quickly as possible is because since I only have one good eye, and and the swollen eye is my good eye, it is kind of in danger of being not so good anymore because I need to be able to see, and so it's kind of in danger with that. So, um, anyway, so back to what I was saying before. Um, so we went to St. Missouri Baptist to get uh, the MRI done. And I didn't really want to do it because I was like, what? Because it was like this, it was the same day as my mom scheduled it. So we did the MRI, which wasn't that big of a deal because I've had an MRI done before, um, like a long time ago. So that wasn't really a big deal. I wasn't really making it a big fuss about it. Um, and so pretty much, I got to listen to Disney music, which was really fun. Um, but anyway, so that wasn't a big deal. They didn't find anything. The only thing they found was like like I had a sinus issue, which is nothing new to me at least. I mean, if it's new to you guys, if you guys didn't know that I had a sinus issue, um, then fun fact, I have a breathing problem. Um, I have allergies. Um, so pretty much something nothing new. I don't have a tumor. Um, so that's good news to hear. Um, and then came the other last and final test, the spinal tap. And keep in mind, guys, that I did have to call off work for this whole time. And I did have to miss a couple of rehearsals for all of this. So keep in mind with that. So for Oklahoma rehearsals. So keep in mind with that. But anyway, so the last and final test was, for me personally, very scary, and I was not looking forward to it. I mean, I knew that they knew what they were doing, and I knew it probably, I was probably making it a bigger deal than it probably was. But my anxiety, and I was scared, I was like in a panic. They did give me a pill for it, they prescribed a pill that for me to take if I wanted to take it. I took it before they brought me in. It didn't really work. I don't know if it's because I took it too late, but but even after, it didn't really it didn't work. So I pretty much you know, but the test was spinal tap. Um yeah, that was very uncomfortable. Um Basically what they were doing is they were trying to measure the pressure of, I guess, like my eye with the brain or something like that. They were measuring something. They were measuring like the pressure of something. I don't remember specifically what it was, but I think it was that. Um, but it was like they were really nice though, and I knew that they knew what they were doing. It was just like I've never had one before, and it was very uncomfortable though. Um, and it actually, like, to be honest, overall, it really wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be though. But obviously, like I said, I probably over exaggerated everything. Um, like my anxiety and like and panic all makes me do. But to be honest, I mean, if you haven't really done anything, like if you haven't experienced it before, I mean, wouldn't you kind of react that way too? Because my parents were like, you have needles like all the time, like putting in your arms and like and all that stuff, and you don't make it a big deal. I'm like, yeah, but it's your spine. Anything could happen. But anyway, plus you can see when they poke you on like your arm, you can see it. And you can't see it when they do your back cuz you're on you're on your stomach. So it's yeah, and then after you have to be on your like you have to be flat on your back all day. Yeah. So it was definitely an experience for sure that I won't forget. Well, I might forget, but because if I have to do it again, I might forget, but it's definitely an experience for sure. But hopefully, that's the last test that I have to do. Um, and then I've been going back to rehearsal since yesterday. Yesterday they just did blocking, so I'm really thankful that they didn't really do any dancing. Though tonight they are doing dancing, so I'm not sure how well that's gonna go. But I told the director that I'm gonna be probably taking it easy, and he seemed okay with it. So, and then I'm gonna be starting work tomorrow. Back to work tomorrow and Saturday. I'm not sure how well that's gonna go because it's 9 to 6. I'm not really happy about that just because I'm just starting work again from being very, very sick. And I kind of wish that she would just let me ease back into it, but she's not going to. So, uh, I guess it is what it is. So, I'm actually looking for a new job, and there is a reason, which I'm not going to tell you why I'm looking for a new job. Um, but it's actually an exciting reason why I'm looking for a new job. Um, I'm not going to tell you the reason why yet, because because it's an exciting reason, but I'm not going to tell you why yet, quite yet. Um, so I'll let that anticipation, or I'll let you guys guess. So, yeah. So, anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys watched this whole video to the end, thank you guys for listening, and I hope that explained everything and why I haven't really been recording Miraculous and why I haven't been doing like singing videos, fan dubs, or whatever. Though I do have things planned. I just have to get those back on the road once I'm 100% recovered. I'm not, right now, I'm not 100% recovered. I'm getting there, but I'm not 100% yet. I can move around. I just can't do like move around like a lot. So, if that makes sense. Like with dancing at rehearsals, for instance, like still have to take it easy, but I'll probably be a little bit slower. I don't know. We'll see how tonight goes. But anyway, yeah. So do not worry, guys. Expect videos. Hopefully, I'll get a lot of videos for you guys soon. Um, but yeah. So remember to subscribe, leave a like down below, and comment. Bye, guys.